Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And it's crucial crunch time here with the CPI data coming out and banging us on the head. We can see the ES futures getting pounded to the ground, but they did get a bit of a recovery here. Back to the upside, not much. You know, you can see my beefy alert there getting hit. But look at that massive move on ES1. This is the ES futures, right? This is S&P futures. Why did this happen? What's happening if you're new? If you don't know, understand how correlated we are to the CPI data and what's happening. The Consumer Price Index Summary. Let's break it down. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's look at the Computer Price Index Summary. We bring that ticker on in, Daddy. Thank you, brother. All right, so check it out here. Economic news release, Consumer Price Index Summary. All right, we're going to zoom in here. Tiny little text. Transmission on 8:30 on July 13th. And this was important when this data came out. The consumer index for all urban consumers increased 1.3% in June. So the price of goods went up 1.3% in the month of June. Did not go down. The basis point hike did nothing. They're going to continue to raise basis points because they know that they've lied to the people and the people don't know what's going on. So if they don't do anything and their interest rate goes up, they're going to say, you didn't do anything, and the people are going to blame them, right? If they keep raising the interest rate and the inflation goes up, at least they're going to be like, we did what we could. But we know that it's a lie. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to run for president on this 10 years from now. I'm going to take down all these institutions that were corrupt, and we're going to reign through. The good people will inherit the earth. The good shall inherit the earth. You ever heard that saying? It's true. It's true. So, point of the story is not good when the price of goods go up and they keep raising interest rates. It means they basically keep saying that they don't have control over the economy. That's what they're saying. They're saying we don't have it. We are not able to curb it. It's not transitory. It's not Putin. These are laws being spread to you. But I don't know who. I'm not even going to say who. It just, a lie is a lie when it's said. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a guy that always calls out the lie, even when it's not in my best interest to call out the lie. Like, I call out the lie. I say, you know what? We got to call out that lie. Hey, Sam, what do you think about the Elliott wave principle? See, the thing is, see what this person said? Good luck. Corruption is so deeply rooted. If I had that process, I never would have started a YouTube channel. Think about it. Think about yourself in a room right now. How are you going to get to 30,000 subscribers? Seems impossible, doesn't it? Right now, ask yourself, in 2 years, in a year, can you get to 30,000 subs? You can if you get the right niche, the right power, and you put the energy behind yourself. So if we can delete all the corrupt people and the deeply rooted corruption, if we believe in ourselves more than they do, you have to remember that they're running on devil fumes. Devil fumes don't last that long. God fumes last way longer than devil fumes. So we're eventually going to grind through them over time. It's the law of resistance. Consistency beats resistance every single day of the week. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 453 viewers, 175 likes. That's what I'm talking about right when we get in to the zone. So look, and this is the short we posted yesterday. Yeah, it did come down, but then boom, it would hit the exact target, which I thought really weird. I just thought it was weird it would hit my exact target. You know, it just, what are they watching our show? It's just funny. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let me show you how I'm tracking it and what I'm doing. You got to do different things on different days for different reasons. Use different time frames for different reasons as well. So here, look, I had drawn this, 5-minute chart here, and this was starting to break down, to be honest. Now let's look at shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder. However, let's take a look at our 7-minute chart here, and let's redraw. I drew this quickly, to make a flag quick. The 1 minute actually was starting to break down from the flag. You see this? I got a lot of lines here. I could actually just redraw everything, but let me show you on the 4 hour where we're at. So we were in this falling wedge. We must hold the higher low. So let's delete everything here, and I'm going to draw everything with you so you can feel what it's like to draw with me. So look, low, higher low, the third higher low in a row, good sign. Despite the CPI data, despite the pain, despite the anguish. And remember, we've pumped when we've been high on the stochastics. Like up here, we were high in the 4 hour, and a massive move came. So just because we get above here, I want to reiterate this. When you're down here, massive moves can come. When you're up here, massive moves can come. It is when you're extended, 70 to 80% of the time, but there's a 20% chance that there's these like massive booms. That's the hardest thing about being a trader, is these exceptions to the rule. Everyone wants this guaranteed thing. When I do this, it does that, right? Every time. It does not. I'm so sorry. It does not, To me, look, that's your trend line. When you want to be true to the trend line, you got to hold these two. And when you do that, you're getting a bit of a bearish retest there and dropping out of the trend. Now, we could say, okay, this is the trend, and we hit it on a wick. I'm okay with that, too. Even though I don't like mixing my candle bodies and wicks, it's okay. I'll let that slide. So, for me, it's all about 19,000. As long as we hold 19K, that could be our new bottom. And honestly, candles closed here very nicely. 1, 2, 3 candles closed below, above this area. To me, that is a bottom, just like this was here, and that was here, and that was here. So, 4-hour is moving to the upside. We do have a falling wedge. Yes, we had the CPI shenanigan. But honestly, Bitcoin's holding pretty well against the move to the downside so far. We could have broken 18K. We could have broken this level and just started a free fall. We did not. Too many buy orders got in. Too many people seem to want to get into Bitcoin at these prices. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 535 people on the live. 219 likes. That's what I'm talking about. That's a cryptolifer live stream. This thing is brewing and brewing hot. Hot like the coffee in the morning. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. Love is the strongest frequency. I'm not trying to preach today. I preached yesterday. That was my preach day. Tuesdays are preach day. No, but seriously, I did go on a bit of a tangent yesterday, but sometimes I do. It's a reality TV show, and sometimes I've had enough, and I just let it out, you know. And I was talking about that. Yeah, I don't even want to mention it because I feel like because I mentioned it, that video didn't get a lot of, you know, we won't even talk about it. Let's move on and talk about the greatest show in all of cryptocurrency, the strongest team in the game. We come through every single day without a day off. And, you know, some days I ask my wife, I said, babe, I need a day off. I don't know how I'm doing this. And she says, then take one, you know. And then I say, but then what will I do on that day off? I'll think about my stream and all my people, and then I'll freak out too. And I'll be back and forth with this pain. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to stay in my pocket until God gives me a signal not to be in the pocket, you know. And so that's it for me. So here we go. Let's break it down. We have resistance here at 19,933. Yeah, we call it 20K range. Of course, it's 20K. I mean, oh, you're a YouTuber telling us we have resistance at 20K. Oh, obviously. Yeah, it's like, it's the most obvious thing you could do, right? But that's why I keep it interesting. Now, what you do see here is hidden bullish divergence. This is what you won't see on every channel. You know? I think I hear myself in the background. No, maybe not. All right. I've never seen that guy before. I was wondering what he does. I wasn't impressed. How do they get to 1 million followers? Makes me realize I guess it's not that hard. You just got to show up every day, and eventually you're going to get there. Because I see people that are just like, well, you know, whatever. I love everyone. Everyone deserves their game. Everyone deserves their shine, baby. So heavy resistance at 20K. We must get back above 20K to even resemble okay healthiness. Oh, and where's the jar? How dare you? How dare me miss the jar? Get that jar back up there. Bang. And I do like the banner too. I thought the banner was awesome. And this banner was amazing. Sean, you're the man for this. That was awesome. So cool. And everyone, that's going to be the second Tuesday of every month. You're going to see me on that show. The second Tuesday of every month. So I should be back August, whatever the date is, you know, the 12th or the, you know, whatever that date would be. And yeah. Shout out to BitBoy for doing that. Unreal, man. So cool that I get blessed with that. And honestly, if you want to take the course every Tuesday from 3 to 5, I teach a course too. It was awesome. Yesterday was amazing. Really good course. I got to send it to everybody. If you want a copy of it, I will send it out today. Yesterday was a little crazy. All right. And that's it. I was looking for the banner, but there it is. Yeah. Okay, so we must hold the, now we're ranging. We're ranging between 19 and 20K. That's the zone. Smaller time frames are going to, you can't see anything here. That's why you must zoom in. People tell you, stay away from small time frames. Oh, but you're going to get so much data from them. I had a great mentor. He taught me how to zoom in and use the 5-minute, the 7-minute. He actually didn't use it. I used the 7-minute, but he taught me about the 5 and the 1, and he taught me how to zoom in to look at the charts. And I listened to my mentor. I listened to people who are older and wiser than me, and I used their information to better myself. So look, this is a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder right here. It is what it is. Can we dig our way out of this? You know, when you see massive pain, sometimes the 1 minute is all you can use to get where you need to go. It's the 1 minute chart, all right? As long as you can find a pattern, you can play it. So right here, this is our pattern. Sad thing is this is a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time back to its beginnings. So this would likely occur something to watch. So we must, you can see this, get above this resistance on the 1 minute chart at 19,387. And I don't usually use the 1 minute, but after a massive dump, you need the 1 minute. And look, if you don't know what divergence is, swing low to swing low here to the downside. But here we have swing up to swing up here to the upside. That is bullish divergence. I hope there's someone that has never seen that before right now. So I hit a button wrong. I got to hit Alt-T here. And what are your shortcuts? How am I doing this fast? Alt-H is this line across the screen. Alt-J is a nice bar that positions a label on the right side. If you want to know when your candle is going to close, right-click and hit countdown to bar close. That's very important because you want to know when the candle is going to close. If it's the daily, it's going to tell you 12 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. If it's the 1 minute, it's going to tell you in 10 seconds, 18 seconds. Capiche? So look, stochastic's pushing to the upside. Suggests you will get a move to the upside. See this? The measured move is about here to the top of this angle. Again, what will that do? It will make a bit of an M. And then we could drop to the downside and fall out of the rising wedge. Not saying this is happening. So we need the 1 minute to push out and do something like this and get above this 200-day moving average. So you dig out on the smaller time frames, everybody. No matter what happens, use the smaller time frames to dig out. That's what you have to do. All right. One thing I'm going to be a little jump the gun on here, but it depends on how sharp my mind is for the moment. Possible awkward diamond there, not really amazing. Just something I'm thinking about. It's not the best though. I'll move on from that. I'm stretching it a little bit on a brainstorm. So right now we're looking for the 1 hour to not break to the downside and dump on us. However, look at this. Look at this. Sorry for not seeing it earlier. I apologize. Shoulder-headed shoulder there. That could take you down. Again, it's the 1 minute. But I'm just tracking it for you. People want to know where we're going. This is how you figure it out. You sit there on the 15, you're not going to get much of a move. Sit there on the 7 even. Right now, you want to watch these smaller time frames. So can we negate this head and shoulder? Can we break up out of the falling wedge? Stochastics RSA say we break up. MACD says we break up. Falling volume with falling prices. The sellers are falling off. How can we keep going down if we're losing sellers? So we would like to see a green candle here to the upside. Again, I do not trade the 1 minute religiously. I'm not on it all day long, and I don't do 10x leverage on the 1 minute. I'm not a degen. All right? I could see Mitch Ray coming to this channel and being like, oh, God, the 1 minute cryptolifer, what's wrong with you? I want to let you know that it's not my steez. I use smaller time frames to figure out what's going on. That's exactly what I do. Don't answer these spammerous calls. Okay? Just do this. Bye, Felicia. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Those are the only calls I get anyway. Nobody calls me anymore. Everybody DMs me on Discord. I have enough going on there that my phone has become obsolete. I barely use the thing. I could throw it in the garbage. Isn't that crazy? I got very successful when I stopped using this and threw it in the trash. I used to watch businessmen say they only use a pencil. I watch this billionaire. You can watch billionaire doesn't use a laptop or something. He uses like a piece of paper and a pencil. And they'd ask him how, he's like, well, I have an assistant that has a laptop. He goes, all these things distract me because I'm going to go on the laptop and I'm going to see something and then I'm going to see something and then he goes, I can't have that. So I go to my desk with my piece of paper, I write down my goals and the list and I get them done. He goes, I'm a billionaire. Simple as that. You'll find that the people that have more wealth than you are doing what everyone around you know. Everyone around you is like this in the phone, right? Wealthy people don't even know where their phone is. I'm telling you right now. Half the time, and I'm not trying to be rude, but half the time I have no idea where my phone is. And I'm not there yet. I'm on my way, but I'm blessed. Point of the story is the phone is such a distraction in your life, it's horrible. So not only am I going to help you trade, but I'm going to help you get your mind right, get your mindset. They're bombarding you with subconscious ads. They're hitting you every day to try to push and pull you into the energies in which they're pushing on you. That's why you go into nature, you find your own energy. You broadcast your own chi. So you go into nature, you begin to meditate. You do this 3 times a week if you can. 3 times a week, you spend an hour to a half an hour alone in the woods, alone in a park, somewhere where there's some trees, and where you can hear the breeze and you can feel like you're a flower in the garden. And you take that in. As you take that in, you realize that you're changing as a person. You develop a sixth sense of self, and it's harder for them to take away who you are and push you into what they want to mold you into. This world is molding everybody. I'm trying to mold you into a trader. Even I'm trying to mold you into something too. So everyone has an angle. Okay? You see? Well, I will mold you into a trader. Try is not the best word. I will mold you into a trader, but everyone does have a motive, right? At least my motive is that if mine and your motives meet, you will eventually better yourself and end up in a better place and be more educated. I think that's a pretty good deal from our meeting. So if you meet me and we hang out, I can't wait to get to know you, find out what you do, what you're doing, who you are. I love all the lifers. I find out so much about each and every one of you. You're all amazing people. I got picked up from the airport by one of the lifers when I went to Florida. It was amazing. So right now we're watching the 1 minute for Bitcoin. That's really the special sauce today, right? It's like after a bomb dropped, everyone's kind of just like, you don't go start opening up tons of trades. You got to wait. You got to watch. I like to, what's said, watch the dust settle. We did hit a trade last night. Let's talk about it because I was kind of funny with how I talked about it. Let me duplicate the chart here and get it. I know I got another one over there. I got one everywhere. 6 screens. You always got a monitor around. Grab the monitor in there, Bobby B. So first thing we're going to do is look at CoinMarketCap and see if there's any lone survivors here. Any coin that's like not as beat down. Remember, this is that old trick in the book here. So you go to 24 hours or 1 hour even. And look at this. Decred is up 35%. OKB is up 3%. Huobi token 2%. Avalanche up 1%. Curve Dow, Airweave, Kusama. So, and then in the last 24 hours, Decred still up. Aave trying to hold some gains. Serum holding tiny gains. Huobi. So then you're like, interesting. So if you're going to trade today, Decred might be a good trade. It might be the one holding gains, or Aave might be. You see what I'm saying? So you're like, okay. So we're going to look at Huobi token. We're going to take a look at it. It's one of my favorite exchange-based tokens too to jump into. All right. Remember, we're getting resistance right here now on the S&P. Not a good sign. You see this? We'll dive into the S&P in a second too, and the world market. So we might as well dive into it now, but I'll show you the, let's look at the Huobi token. And it's funny, Huobi token is on KuCoin, I believe. Pretty sure it is. I think is it HBI though or something? Let me take a look. HT. Sorry. That's why if you can't find it, the ticker ain't right, But KuCoin's smart to have other exchange tokens, right? Get off the 1 minute, especially on low liquidity. All right, not too much. It just had a quick pump like that. But look, it's a giant double bottom on the 1 hour for Huobi. And that's interesting. 1 hours do break up 68% of the time. Measured move is the length here from the neckline. This would be in the neckline of your double bottom. We did this recently. I'll show you the coin that we did this on. All right, it was R. Just very recently, I found a double bottom for R, and we put it out. Let me show you here. These are great teaching moments. Use every day to learn, everybody. Use every single day to learn. Don't miss a moment to educate yourself. Every single day is a day to better yourself and to get it in. All right, so look at this. This is R. And I posted this on 7/7, on the 7th of July, and said, look, double bottom. Very similar to what I'm showing you here. All right. And then when you look at R from this section here, and you see what happened, pretty cool. You go to the 4 hour there. It blasted. It absolutely blasted to the upside. You see from that double bottom. So if you take your before, and then you look at your after, and this is the type of stuff you learn in the trading group. This is how you become educated. You start to understand the how these play out, and you start to zoom out and see them for what they are. Right now, R is actually pretty bullish to me. Didn't drop that much compared, from where I put it out last night, talking about this hidden bullish, pointing to the upside on the 4 hour time frame. Needs to push down a little bit on the 1 hour. Is the 15 minute trying to give it legs? It is. R is interesting to me. At this 618, it's a bit of a coupe to handle. Savvy, couple heading to the upside. Last time, John, I saw the guy do something like that. He had his shoelace untied. He went up into the, literally, he had his shoelace untied. He went up for the slam dunk. His left hand went down. He was able to tie his shoes with one hand while he slammed it was insanity. He came back down, both shoes were tied. Ball went right through the net. Slam dunk. Call it a day. Unbelievable. I was just flabbergasted. I fell on the floor off my chair. They had to pick me up. Cheerleaders came, everybody. They were wiping me with a towel. It was insanity. But you know what? We got through it. What a great day. And I will never stop announcing. I love you, Jimmy. You know what, Marv? So look at this. There's your falling wedge. The 706 retracement is a secret fib that I use. Institutional fib. Check it out. We have hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame, suggesting that this may get some legs to the upside here. So I'd be watching ARRR closely after it did a beautiful boom up. It's a privacy coin as well, heavy on privacy. It's pirate, right? Like ARRR. That's why it's called ARRR. It's the pirate coin. ARRR, you know. Now anything is possible. You know, I don't want to jump into too many trades today, but ARRR still on my radar, holding a pretty good Fibonacci level and some gains possibly on the table for ARRR. So I would keep ARRR on the radar for sure. It's holding gains pretty well compared to the rest of the market. Everything else kind of did a nasty dump. ARRR did not. So holding the zone. So that's also a good thing that we do here on the channel. We got really good at. I'd wake up. You know how many times I've woken up in the morning to a nasty Bitcoin dump now? I think it's about 30 times. I've had to wake up, start my live stream in one of the dumps of the dumps, just like a complete demolishment, right? And I'm good at scanning the market, finding the strong coins, and trading right through it. And tomorrow night, in the next few days, we will make gains again, and we will continue to push right through. And this takes skill and time, and it's not easy. But over a course of, you know, a year or two of constantly getting bashed by Bitcoin, you'll find your way. You'll become mentally tough. You'll be strong, and you'll become a cryptolifer. That's what a cryptolifer is. Someone that's willing to go the distance, the whole 9 yards, all the way, baby. You know what I'm saying? The whole 10 yards. But you know what I mean? That's what a cryptolifer is. Can you get kicked in the face and keep moving? Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson, you know? And Ascendex, I had it in this little flag. Thought it might get a little bit of a move here. It's actually looking pretty nice. Let's look at Ascendex here. So yeah, it moved down, but you can see it's in a channel. And it wants to stay in the channel. I love pattern trading 101. It's amazing. This is pattern trading 101. Okay? It also is an emerging semi-cup and handle to the upside. You can see the cup and handle there on Ascendex. Not guaranteeing anything. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Nothing. The only thing guaranteed is that you will learn. And that's not even guaranteed, because if you keep your mind closed, then you maybe won't. But hopefully, you'll learn not to close your mind, and you'll learn even that. So somehow, some way, I believe you will learn. There's a bit of a cup and handle on Ascendex. You're getting low. Lack of bearish momentum here on the MACD. Like to see a lot more than that. A little bit of a flag here on the RSI. Interesting enough. Okay. MACD is turning, but I don't put a lot of faith in the MACD. All right. At all, actually. I don't put any faith on it. I just want to see it pink with the blue line curving. That's all I want. Bang, bang, bang. That was a nice move. Look, this is what I teach. Is it a falling wedge? Yes. Is it touching all the tight moving averages? Yes. Is it touching the 21? Yes. Is the MACD turning to the upside with the pink showing? Yes. Is the RSI in a falling wedge close to oversold or at least below 50? This was high, but it was in that beautiful bull pennant. And as the stochastics below the dotted line, they are. Bang, bang, bang. Look, then it identified the hidden bullish divergence. Swing up here, but this swung down on the RSI. This got you, and this is RSI stochastics with divs. If you want the divvy one, just hit RSI here and click this one by Nebutane, Neobutane. Stochastics RSI with divergences. This is going to get you going, baby. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button. Help someone else figure out what we're doing. Help someone else figure out how to find their support and resistance levels. And always mark your support and resistance. Look, previous resistance becomes new support. That could be an SR flip as well. Tight moving averages. I bit my words. I thought we weren't going to trade today. But you know what? This market just keeps presenting opportunity. And when I see opportunity, I snatch it up. So again is again, this looks like we could pattern trade it to the upside. Take a look at the 15-minute though. 15-minute is in the sweet spot. I like what we're seeing for a trade on Ascendex. Anything is possible. Be very, very careful. And again, you have to assess this yourself. If it fits your trading style, if it goes through, you know, all the parameters that you've set, you're ready to go. You got this little double action. I like what we're seeing here. 75% gains for Ascendex. Did a big move. It's a decentralized exchange. You want to look at the 4-hour, probably overbought. It is. You'd have to get a little bit of a push up. That's high risk right now on the 1 hour. But again, we're just pattern trading it. We're just pattern trading it to the top of the pattern or even to resistance here. Don't be greedy. And again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just looking at something that has a high probability of breaking to the upside based on the technical analysis and the technical analysis only. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. There's no personal attachment to this. I don't have this coin. I'm not in this coin right now. I will disclose that. If I am in a coin, I will disclose it. Every once in a while, maybe long-term holding a coin that I happen to be making a short-term call on. It happens, right? But I don't hold any Ascendex. But it is starting to make a move, and it's a good exchange. It's starting to become well-known. Ascendex. So something you want to put on your radar, okay? Also, we'll look at Decred too as well. We'll look at the stronger coins of the day. If there's a coin out there that's going to make some gains, I'm going to find it. I'm going to sniff it out. I'm going to sniff it out of its hole. I'm telling you right now. That didn't sound right at all. That sounded horrible. Sniff out. Like, come on, Sam. Like, Jesus, I just gotta. All right. They love when I do that and make those, sexual innuendos. Ooh, can I do that? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. If you smiled, if you laughed, I hope I got you to crease right here. I might give you a little wrinkle in your eyes because you're laughing so much. You just smile so much. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. We are not them, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. 1 hour and the 50-minute look good. I like to long when the 1 hour and the 50-minute are both oversold, as Sendex looks spicy to me. You must understand that the 4 hour is not in our favor, and it's high risk because of that. So, but I've seen these play out despite. So, and pattern trade it. If I was going to trade in this, I pattern trade it, and I'm not greedy about it. Okay? A Sendex on the radar. I looked at TXA. It's been on my radar. Why? Let me show you why. Well, if we look at the 4 hour, this thing is ready to cook with momentum, and it's bouncing right here off of the golden pocket, the 0.65 and the 0.618. I took my low here from this low impulse all the way to the wick, and lo and behold, we're sitting here at the 618. We're now bouncing. We're inside the golden pocket as we speak. We're in the pocket, the golden paquito. Also, for Bitcoin to drop and this just really kind of to want to hold its flag is pretty awesome. So this looks very bullish to me. I don't know what this coin is fundamentally at all, but we've been trading it on and off, and we've been trading it lovely. So this is also on my radar. Tight moving averages. TXA looking like it may just not care and make a move. 4 hour has momentum, 1 hour is low, 15 minutes low. It's everything I dream about in a flag. Did Bitcoin just give us great altcoin entries? Is that all it did? Did the CPI data just freak people out to give the traders like you and me excellent trades today? I don't know. I didn't expect to have this much fun this morning. I expected to see dumpage and pain. I didn't expect to see some of the coins we were watching holding gains. I didn't expect to see some of the coins I'm watching actually keep up their Fibonacci levels, but this is awesome. I'm excited. This is cool because it lets me know that no matter what they do, there's going to be opportunity in this budding market of all coins. The KuCoin, the Max Globals, and these new exchanges coming out are starting to bud. And they're just getting started, my friends. They're just getting started. This has everything I look for. 15-minute low, 1 hour low, and the 4 hour ready to rock. Again, Bitcoin could dump and take everything down to the tubes. It's a high-risk day to trade, but you must trade through the probabilities. TXA looks nice to me. It does. Again, do your own due diligence. Find out if it fits your trading style, and if it does, it's up to you to take the trade. Never do what a YouTuber tells you to do. That's ridiculous. I didn't get where I'm at doing that. I learned from a YouTuber, and I got into a trading group, and I got educated, but I did not just blindly jump into trades when someone told me to. Never do something like that. That is horrible, and that's actually never going to be, it's not going to be beneficial for you, okay? Over time, that will just create more pain in your life. So you won't have a backbone. You won't have the independence. Whenever you're grabbing independence or, thought from someone else, eventually you're going to be left on your own when you need to make your own thought, your own idea, your own move. So by building independence eternally, by being in nature, by meditating, by finding our chi, by finding ourself, by finding our true emotional well-being and being able to hold that and feel coupled in that, we're able to trade properly. If you ever listen to Dan the Chart Guy, you ever got into those guys? They're somewhat competitors of mine, I guess, at one point, but I think we're all in this space together to help each other learn. I love that dude and the way he approaches things, the way he talks about his charts, the way he talks about life. I am similar in a way, a completely different philosophy in many ways, but very similar in my thought process of how your mental state, your emotional state has everything to do with your trading state. And if you can't to hold yourself in a zone, you're going to have some trouble trading. And I could shy away from that, and I could just talk about trades and only be a computer like a lot of these other guys on YouTube and just show you your lines and blah, 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 blah. But in reality, there's more going on than that. And if I don't talk about the emotional part, the mental state, then I'm doing you a disservice because I'm not painting you a true picture of what it is to become a professional or a successful trader. So important that you stay on topic, stay on point, and you stay focused. Focus is so important, okay? EPX was actually pumping yesterday a little bit too. Did it give back some of the gains? What is this heart music doing? It's nice, but let's get a little beat going. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to everyone that's following me on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. We're blowing up on Twitter. It's been fun. Right back at you, brother. Shout out to Crypto Blood, man. I love you, Crypto Blood. He's such a nice dude, man. Love Blood, dude. I love you, Blood. You're the man, dude. If you're out there watching. Peace is peace, my brother. He's awesome, man. Once I love someone, I love them for life, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice dude. He's a good dude. He's got good vibes, bro. We always sit and we talk, you know, whenever we start around the blockchain, we're always in a waiting room. We get to talk to each other a little bit. Not a lot, but we're on a show enough. We've had enough conversations. You get to know each other, get to feel each other out. All I need is 10, 20 minutes with someone to get the vibes. Shout out to everybody here. Wow, 6,622 followers. That's crazy. We had we got 300 in like the last few hours. But thank you so much for the love. I greatly appreciate it. It's awesome. And look, I'm also nice. Jordan Cameron got his channel back. That's awesome, dude. I wasn't happy when I saw his channel out. Like, that wasn't fun for me. Because one goes down, any could go down, right? It's good to know that it's just a bot era, and then he's back in action. So we can all get bot errors. We can get back in action. Don't freak out. If you're a YouTube channel and you get taken down, don't freak out. You're going to be all right. Things will make sense in the long term. All right. So back to this idea here for Huobi token. So see how it looks a lot like ARRR did when we put out ARRR. Not big gains though, 16 or 17%. Not huge. And you want to look at your 4-hour time frame. But the key is look down, 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 and you finally have a double bottom. 4 hours awfully high though. It's a little too, for me, it's too risky. It's too risky for me. I can't do it. GMEE, interesting right now, as it's holding a bit of a cup and handle and a higher low. Low liquidity coin, you know, but it is pretty nice, interesting. I believe Animoca Brands is up in there. You want anything Animoca when you're getting down with crypto for sure, you know. And we'll jump back into Bitcoin in a second too. I know you guys are hungry. What's up with Bitcoin? What is it doing? And look, it did break out of the falling wedge as we suggested. It was a bit of a cup and handle as suggested. Savvy cup and handy to the upside. Not really a cup, but look, shoulder, head and shoulder did play out as suggested. The inverted, and we broke to the upside. Beautiful. That's why you must watch the smaller time frame. If we didn't get this confirmation of this break above 19,005, then we would be looking for more downside easily. So the smaller time frame just had you at a low for a possible overall bigger V-shaped recovery. And what you're looking at is this. Look, what you're really going for is this. You're going for this here. Possible like slim shoulder. And, you know, can you break out? Is that going to be your inverted? All right. And that's why you're using smaller time frames to gauge what's going down. Once you can get above a resistance area, like for instance, 20K needs to be, we need to get back above 20K for all of this, to, you know, otherwise we're going to get rejected by it. Remember though, we're holding the higher low on the uptrend. So no matter what anyone tells you, the trend is still intact. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So, and this is a cup and handle, beautiful cup and handle. So, and you have hidden bullish divergence. So, with those two things, many of my trades have played out to the upside. I'd say 70 to 80%. I'd say an 80% win rate on these two things when you get the cup and handle with the hidden bullish. Again, we're in a very different scenario right now. Things are up and down, so you can't, you know, we can't hold weight on all that stuff, but it's, you know, it is what it is, right? What I mean by is this is a great bull market. Like these would be hitting 90% of the time. The win rate would even be higher, right? Doesn't matter what happens if we don't get above this strong resistance here for Bitcoin. So like you can say whatever you want. If 20K isn't revisited, we're going to be going down to the downside, you know. What I like about this though is this also to me is because the lows are so close, it does represent a giant double bottom, right? And that would give us a beautiful move to the upside of a measured move here for Bitcoin. And that could take us back all the way to 26,673. All right. So that's a high probability here. You can't say that's not possible. We are getting a little too expunged here on the RSI and the 4-hour. However, I've seen a massive move come out of that once you get above the dotted line. So let's watch our small time frames. Let's see if with a 15-minute can get us back above 20K. You know? And let me delete some work. So you see how I do so much work on the small and little? It can get congested. But that's why I do small work on like maybe the BTC USDT KuCoin. Then I'll do big work on the BTC USD on Binance. I find you could also do folders and other things. And look at the short squeeze. Let's get BOOKMAP out. Look at that. And what did I say? If you were in my trading group, right when I saw the dump, I said I wouldn't be surprised if we V-shape recovery right back to the upside. It's exactly what I said to my group. I try to keep everybody calm. I said, don't worry. I wouldn't be surprised if we V-shape recovery right back to the upside. Let's take a look here. If you're in my trading group, you get an update. This is what the update was going over here. After the massive, I felt the need to come right away and give you guys an update. Rising wedges break to the downside in 2 seconds. Right to their measured move. It's pretty crazy, right? But if you look, what did happen, we get rid of this. We didn't get the breakout of the bull pennant. That was most likely. We got the dump of the CPI data. I gave you a chart to this stuff, but here it is. And so dumped even lower. Thank God we moved up throughout the night. So when the data came in, we had some type of cushion to fall back into, right? Amazing how that happened, right? So falling wedge broke to the downside. We got rejected by the 200-day moving average too, in a way, and we got rejected by the resistance. We got right to resistance, and that was it. 20,000, no way. Right now we're bouncing. We're super oversold. 7-minute, right? So what you're expecting here is some type of V-shaped recovery, not a bear flag. So you project, just like we project in. So when you're, I mean, this is great. If I was a young trader and I was in a trading group and I saw a dump like this, and I saw a mature, older trader come out and make a video like that and kind of talk me through it, and then actually come on the live and then walk us through this idea. Look, that cup and handle did just break to the upside that we just went over. Look at that. Sabby cup and hattie to the upside. I mean, that's crazy, right? And we got to, I was expecting at least to there. What a nice move out of the pattern to the upside. And that's where we're going to look at BOOKMAP. Beautiful people at BOOKMAP built a beautiful program. Shout out to the CEO, founder, Sachi. Shout out to Bruce and the whole team over there. I love you all. You're awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome people. I guess, yeah, I always got to perform these updates on Crack. And not right now. I could cancel. I'm not going to use them at the moment, so that's fine. So look, we're going to look at this. We're going to let the data load. I should have had it loading earlier, but sometimes it messes just with as I'm uploading and getting things ready. It takes a lot of back-end data. You got to have a lot of RAM and a big computer to run BOOKMAP and stream and do all the things that I'm doing. You got to have like a $3,000 to $5,000 computer, like maxed out on RAM. And you got to have, I like to have 2 graphics cards, you know, and just go hard, you know. Anyway, so we'll start seeing the liquidations here, but people definitely just got short squeezed for sure. That's what happens when you see a short squeeze. Also, rising wedges break out parabolically, right? So, and they break out the length of the base of the triangle. We should get back up to about 19,088, you know? So not too shabby for the 1 minute doing damage right there. And look, that's why I came to the 1 minute. That's why you use smaller time frames to figure out what's happening, all right? Very important. Very important, all right? All right, everybody. Moving forward. And that's why you pay $99, man. You pay $99 for setups, for ideas, for my elite, and for the education, and for the mental stability of just like, okay, all right, you know? Otherwise, like, it's not as easy to keep your mindset. Look at this, continuing to the upside here. It's likely 70% chance we're hitting my measured move up here at 19,922. The degen leverage traders love me when I'm on the 1 minute. They're like, yes, Lifer's giving us a call. These guys are crazy, man. I love y'all. I love this life. I love doing what I do, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so excited. I'm in my pocket, and it's each and every one of you that gave me the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much. Look at this. You know, the liquidations are coming right there, and I knew they were going to be there. You knew they were going to get liquidated, and these are short people shorting with their stop losses up here, and they're getting liquidated. Okay, that's what's happening. We want to see if there's more liquidity up or down now. We shrink down, and we want to look at the glob. We have pretty much more up here. Suggest they're going to come up here and get them. And we are going to hit 20,000, but there's a huge sell wall at 20K. Likely we come back down and pinch. Look at this guy. He's hanging out with... Did you see that? That's 1,000 Bitcoin order right here. It's 1,000 Bitcoins down here. at 18,900. They're playing it cute. They're trying to call the bottom at 18,900. These guys are funny. You have 1,000 Bitcoins. That's one of the biggest orders I've ever seen. Then look at 19.4. What do we got here at 19.4? 421 Bitcoin, you know? Pretty interesting. You got to use BOOKMAP. I'm telling you, if you don't use BOOKMAP, it makes it so much harder to understand what's happening with the divergence, what's going on. Once you watch this, you can see the liquidations take place. You can kind of get an idea. It's a lot easier for me to understand where price is probably going to fall to, where it's going to bounce from. I have a link to BOOKMAP in the description. You won't get a better discount than the one you get through me because they love me and they hook me up. So if you want BOOKMAP at your fingertips day and night, if you like what I'm doing here, if you have no idea what I'm doing, this is showing me where all the orders are on Binance Futures, which basically controls the market. And it's telling me where everyone wants to sell and buy Bitcoin. Like there's a huge order down here to buy Bitcoin at 18,900. Okay. So there's a huge sell order here at 20,000. There's 800 Bitcoins right there sitting on an order at 20K. You think we're going to rip right through that? Probably not likely if a bunch of people want to sell Bitcoin at 20K. So by not having BOOKMAP, you do yourself a complete disservice. I'm telling you right now, if you want to take your life to the next level as a trader, you want to get to that level, BOOKMAP is going to get you there. And it's going to help you in so many ways, shapes, and form. And if you don't understand, go to their tutorials and watch what they're talking about. They have a great school of people. And look, this is how I know we're highly likely to go to the upside, because my whole life, not my whole life, but for the last 7 years, I draw and project flags. When my flag stays intact, it's likely we're going to go. And when the Stokes get low and we stay inside a flag, it's likely we're going to continue in a flag and continue to the upside the length of the pole. As I told you before, I don't like to hang out on the 1 minute. But that's how I dig myself out of a hole. I have to use the smaller time frames. Again, we're going to hit heavy resistance right here now. Because we bounce. Previous support will be resistance. I don't care what time frame you're on. Okay. Let's jump back into world markets. Let's do what we do here every day. If you're here on my channel, we don't just run over altcoins and all sorts of low caps and all this other stuff. We show you the entire world market. We show you ES1. We talk about the Dow. We talk about gold and silver. We talk about the S&P. And we break it all down. We call it the show here if you're new. We call it the show. I have an awesome list here, and it's basically everything in the market. It's ETH BTC, it's total, the total market cap of all cryptocurrency. Total 3, the total market cap of all of crypto without Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then total 2, the total market cap without Bitcoin. So it's all the alts with Ethereum. DeFi per, all of the DeFi put together, right? This gives you a nice sense of what's happening. Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance in the dollar index. I'm telling you right now, it's a full-time job on my show every single day. It's hardcore. We don't miss a beat. We do everything we can to give you as much data so you can make the best informed decision about the world markets every single day from 10 to 12. That's what we do here. We never really fully said that out loud, but that's what we do here every day on the channel. And I have a team of analysts and a group, and everyone is here helping the lifer get this data in and help you and get you where you need to be. So look, let's take a look at what's happening here for the S&P. Let's be open-minded. Let's be super open-minded. Right off the bat, I'm just going to delete all my old work because it's mess. Right off the bat, we see this channel now at resistance. Clear as day. And we see this. This is a falling wedge. Clear as day. Let's zoom out to like the weekly, shall we? And look at the S&P and look for big boy support. The big boy support for the weekly is going to be coming at the 200-day moving average. You know that. I know that. And if you don't, now you do. You do have a resistance notch here because that was your previous support notch because that was your previous resistance. And again, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to start using Alt-J because Alt-J gives you the nice placement with the label on the right there. And it's just nice to see that, right? You hit an Alt-J again here. And actually, if you're right here, does Alt-J go right where you're at? It does, yeah. So it maps it out. So you got your resistance. You got your supports. Now, I like my supports going all the way through, so a lot of times I will use Alt-H, all right? Again, what are the best shortcuts? Alt-H and J give you these lines. Alt-T makes quick, look at that, Alt-T, and then you're able to just run and start your trend lines. Alt-T all day long. Alt-F is how to pull your Fibonacci real fast. Shortcuts are important when trading, okay? Shout out to each and every one. If you like the shortcuts, hit the like button. I love y'all. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. 400 likes on the live stream. That's amazing. 666 viewers. Someone quick, jump in. 669. Thank God. Wait, 69? Shout out to each and every week. You got to love it, man. You got to love the vibes, man. When they just keep rolling, you roll with them. Don't fight the frequency, man. Don't fight the feeling. That's how you get where you need to be in life. You just kind of go with it. All right? Accept the frequencies. Accept the moves. Don't fight the feeling, baby. There's a reason why people have said that for years. So look, weekly wants to push up on the S&P. MACD about to make a turn. Have we bottomed in the S&P? Is this falling wedge about to break to the upside? 68% chance. We desperately need to hold this support here. Possible double bottom there for the S&P at 3,600. Nice little bounce we just got. Think we would just be screaming bear tones right now. But I'm being, I'm just taking it one step at a time here. So now look, we've seemed to form this trend. I mean, this broke for sure. And we were kind of forming that nice little pennant that could have broken up. We broke that. So S&P needs to get, in my opinion, back inside this market structure. Get tight and then break out. Then it has resistance here and heavy resistance there and right there. So these are our three bars here. 3,900, 3,974, and of course 4,075. Am I bullish or bearish on the S&P? Well, let me take a look. I mean, the 15-minute wants to bounce. Says it has enough juice to get us back in. I think that was a weak sell. That was a weak sell of fear on the CPI data. Just wasn't enough, honestly. The sellers could have been a little stronger, in my humble opinion. Now, we will look for a bearish retest of this line. If you don't get back in, look for a dump to the downside, at least back to here for this giant double bottom. You see that? So we would like us to get back in the pattern. And honestly, on the 4-hour, it suggests that I can actually keep it in the pattern. Look at this. That's actually pretty cool. And honestly, that's another pattern here. See this? To me, that's a bull pennant. And bull pennants break up 68% of the time. I haven't seen that till right now. S&P, baby. I'm bullish on the S&P on the 4-hour. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And honestly, this is Bitcoin. Low, higher high, higher low. Except the S&P put in a lower low and a higher low. The S&P put in a tighter structure. Bitcoin put in a higher high here. See that? It's the difference between the S&P and Bitcoin. They're slightly uncorrelated there because Bitcoin did put in a higher high here on the 4-hour. S&P is still holding a higher low, though, just like Bitcoin. So interesting, despite the CPI data, despite the dump, I see strength in the market. I really do. And I thought I was going to wake up to a bloodbath. I did not know this was going to be the way the analysis went. But that's why you just do your TA and you stick to the TA. Nothing else. No emotions needed here. Almost a cup and handle that fell out, got back in, fell out, got back in. So S&P in a cup and handle. Savvy cup and handle to the upside. And I'm calling a breakout here. Back to the resistance at 39.75 for the S&P. I'm calling the breakout right now for the S&P. It is what it is. I'm staying true to it. So, and I don't like to call things unless I'm like 80 to 90% with my indicators. And again, I got hidden bullish divergence of the S&P. Say it ain't so, Michael. Say it ain't so. It is, though. It is, because this is a swing up to the upside here. That is not, it's Class C, but it's still hidden bullish divergence, my friends. It's still hidden bullish. All right. All right. So that takes care of the S&P. I'm pretty happy about what we see there. Dow Jones taking a dump. Bitcoin is far more correlated to the Dow, to the S&P than it is to the Dow. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing the low. However, look, the Dow made a lower low. Interesting. So look, no, the Dow double bottomed. It didn't make a lower low, though. The Dow double bottomed. So expect a bounce back for the Dow, too, and that's your measured move. Right there. Curve up. Get flipped by the 1-hour. That's probably about to push on you. I would long the markets right now. You do whatever makes you happy, but I'm calling a bounce back up of the Dow, the S&P, and possibly for Bitcoin once we get into a bigger... Bitcoin's in the cup and handle on the 4-hour, too. So I'm calling a reversal in all markets. And again, I usually don't like to say stuff like that. And anything is honestly, anything is possible. But the probability is very high that we're going to break back up based on what I've seen in my life. I've seen these indicators. I've seen the hidden bullish mapped out with the low stochastics, mapped out with the cup and handle. So all I can tell you is what I've seen in the past. I've been trading for 15 years. I started trading the markets, just, Apple and all that nonsense on my iPhone. Just not even know, even before the phone, man. Didn't even know what I was really doing. E-Trade and all this nonsense. Fidelity. I eventually would start trading the Toronto Stock Exchange. Would eventually start trading ETFs. I'll show you what I used to trade all the time, or I won't spend too much time on it. GMEE looks really nice, though. It does. It's got momentum with the 4-hour. It's holding a support and resistance, and the 1 hour's flipping on you. And it's forming a higher low, too. These coins really didn't flinch too bad. Some of these micro-cap coins did not flinch much compared to Bitcoin. That tells you something when you don't see a coin flinch, right? It tells you something. So GME here, GMEE. Okay. BEPRO. Interesting. Holding a higher low in a macro trend. See, it's all but low, high, higher, low. You suggest now that you will put in a higher high. Higher than the previous high. And that's trend analysis. Trend-based analysis. Something I love to do. BEPRO. Symmetrical triangle, 50-50 shot. And then you want to look at like where your daily is. Your daily is extremely oversold. Then you might think about it. It's getting low, but it's holding that higher low. Look, shoulder, possible inverted. And there's opportunity almost in any chart. If you wait long enough, if you're patient enough, if you can see it, there's opportunity in almost every single chart. Watch BEPRO. And that's why sometimes I'm like, I'm giving too much or I'm over posting. But then I feel bad if I see something and I don't let you know about it. So it's in between on how I feel about all that. And look, it wants me to put out an ad right now, but I'm not going to do it to you guys. Can I get a like for not hitting the ads? I could hit an ad right now. It's pushing me to do it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take your viewership over the ad money. Can I get some likes for doing that? What do you think? I mean, I'm putting you guys in front of me, you know? So I appreciate that. Thank you for those likes. I saw them come on in. Look, they're trying to get me to hit that ad button. They're like, do it. Do it. Now would be a great time to insert an ad. I'm like, oh man, I want to get some payment there. But I'm not money hungry. I want the feeling. I want a legacy, baby. A legacy is so much more than being, you know, and than becoming the wealthiest person in the world. But legacy, man. It's all about legacy. Look at the BOOKMAP again. They got the shorts on the run again as we go to 19,700 for Bitcoin. Let's get back into my Bitcoin chart here. Are we going to hit my measured move? And now, look, we're flagging out again. And that's why you build. Look, see how it's filling my flag? Like, how did you know it was going to flag there? Because I'm a stochastics RSI specialist. All right? And this is likely to hit the measured move that we talked about here. Why? Because the algorithms want what they want. And they do the same. They do this. They take this wick to this wick. They take the range. And they want the range as bad as I do, baby. Okay? This is now what's called an emerging cup and handle. I coined this term. No one else has coined it. There could be someone else, but I've never seen it. I call it an emerging cup and handle. And it tends to play out just as a cup and handle plays out. Even though it doesn't look just like a cup and handle. It's an emerging cup and handle because the cup emerges and then you still have the same structure. It tends to play out very similar. I've backtested this for the last 5 years and I've showed it for 3 years on my live stream. So the emerging cup and handle. Name a YouTuber that has coined their own shapes. And they play out too. They play out. Like I can go to war with them. I can go against anybody and I have 10,000 hours back tested. So I can say, I have it. Like, what do you have? Like, where's your time in the market? I got my time. Where's your time in the market? Show me your time in the market because mine's all documented. I've been out here 3 years now, dang near 2 hours every day and go talk to my people in my group. We don't take days off, baby. We rock it till it gets rocked out. It is what it is. You know? Now check it out. I'm always open-minded, and you must be too. That's how you become the best trader in the game. Look, are we making a double top? That wants to dump on you? You see? You must be open-minded. So now you realize that you must break above this resistance, or you are making an M, and you end up down here. And this is the facts of life that most traders don't want to deal with. They don't want to deal with, they have to think about it every other 10, 20, like, they don't want to deal with there's more to think about. They want it to be just press and let it ride. It's just not like that. It's a full-time job. It's a work, man. Nothing is easy in life. If anyone's telling you it's easy, get away from them. My dad's number one thing he said to me, someone's telling you it's easy, get away from them, Sam. Wasting your time. That's what he used to tell me all the time, man. Nothing is easy, he used to say. I don't want to say used to, because my dad's getting older and older, so he's more quiet now. He's not dead. But he says, nothing is easy, man. And anyone that's telling you something's, I don't care how small it is, it's not easy. Look, you made the M pattern. You're likely to get rejected here if you can't get above the resistance. And look, we showed you where the resistance was because previous support becomes new resistance. This is a clinic right now we're running. All right? It's a clinic we're running. Again, it's the 1 minute. It's temperamental. It'll go up and down, but it doesn't mean you can't learn things. And you have to remember, every pattern you play out at 68% chance, there's still a 32% chance that it ain't happening. You must be open-minded at any given time. And that's why you play support or resistance, because once you get above a support or resistance, you can breathe again. Like, look, this was resistance here, 19,200. We got above that. Now we have support at 19,250. Okay, so it's okay if we come down here one more time. We could bounce now because we've created a web of support. See? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at the dollar index now. That's important to see. We want to know what's up with the dollar index. Wow, nasty dump on the dollar. Nasty dump on the dollar. Yes. And that was Bitcoin's V-shape recovery there as the dollar dump-easied. Now, the thing is, the dollar is also forming this. See, we were hoping this would make an M pattern. See the M? I'm telling you, man. Don't eat McDonald's. I shouldn't even say it. It's so gross. But look at the M, and the M is the measured move of the top of the M to the middle of the neckline, and you swing it down. That gives you what's called a measured move. The measured move. Walk the plank of the measured move. I don't know why I just like saying that. I don't know where it comes from. It's just what I do. I don't have a rhyme or reason for everything I do. Some of it is just what I do. So look, we take a look at the 15 minute. 15 minutes coming down to oversold. About to bounce. Who cares though? Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours oversold too after the dump. So it dumped with the CPI data. Kind of makes sense because it's like, it's kind of weird though, right? Strange, man. But a weak dollar as interest rate goes, if inflation's going up, isn't the dollar going up? Pretty strange. One thing I don't like to see here is hidden bullish. You have swing up to swing up. You're low on the stochastics, and you got swing down to swing down. Does Bitcoin pump with the dollar? Did they start pumping together in tandem? Because they did it last week too. A couple of days last week, they pumped together. Pretty weird. So something to think about for sure. Is Bitcoin going to move with the dollar? They're both low in the 4 hour. Usually they're opposite, Look at our daily time frame. About to dump out of a falling wedge. And there's heavy bearish divergence too. Like this is bearish divvy. See that? I don't know. So the daily says the dollar's about to dump on you. And Bitcoin's about to have a day. I mean, we could come up again. And there's no guarantees. I'm just showing you the high probability. Look, why am I saying this? Well, we were high here in the Stokes. We took a dump. We got high here in the Stokes. We struggled. We took the dump. We did break beautiful resistance, though. Amazing that we got through that resistance. I can't believe that. And look, everything in life is Sammy Cup and Handy, is it not? You would have figured out how to play Bitcoin because you would have seen the dollar in a cup and handle. The cup and handle would have told you exactly where the dollar was going by using the top of this candle to the wick of this candle and flipping it out. And look, that's exactly where we went, like to the T. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. And that's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. They think it's ridiculous. Some people do. We get some hate for it in a way because it's so unique that people can't stand it. But it's awesome. And it gives us an edge on the rest of the market because no one else does it the way we do it. So if you trade like everybody else, you're going to get the same results, right? If you trade differently, you might get some different results. And if majority of the people don't win in trading, then you got to do something different than everybody else. You can't do something different if you don't put time in the market because you won't even know where to start. Putting the lemon into the water, taking a big chug of water here. Shout out to each and every one of you. Much obliged. 527 likes on the live, and I never even mentioned it. 684 people on the live. Thank you so much for one of the biggest blessed live streams we've had in a long time. Thank you, YouTube. What was that sound? 690, baby. Might I add it? Can we get up to 800 people on the live? If you guys keep these likes coming up to 600, we're going to get 1,000 people on this live. You guys are going to get 1,000 people on the live stream. It's going to be awesome. I know we could do it. I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling the power. And I'm feeling good. Okay, let's look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Very important we break this down. So we had huge resistance at $1.1 trillion. And now look, we have resistance here at $957 billion. However, just like everything else, I'm calling that recovery. Even the daily for this looks more advantageous for a pump to the upside than the Bitcoin's daily. So total market cap is looking a little more bullish to me than Bitcoin even. A lot of whales believe that the bottom was in already. I got an inkling that, I'm buying as if the bottom was in because you have to. I gave away my strategy this week on BitBoy, on my live stream. I said everything I'm doing to a T. Like, I even threw some values in there yesterday on BitBoy's channel, Shout out to anyone that may have found me on that channel yesterday and jumping on into the live stream today. I greatly appreciate that. BitBoy's a beautiful dude. And honestly, he's a mentor of mine. I'll tell you that why. Because my life, I couldn't find the people in real life to mentor me. So I found people online. I found Mike Maloney, an older man who knew about gold and silver. I used Peter Schiff for mentoring for a long time until he kind of went off the deep end with Bitcoin. But I still think Peter Schiff is an amazing mind and he's a good dude. And he taught me about gold and silver. And without gold and silver, I wouldn't have equated it to Bitcoin. And I wouldn't understand how to get into Bitcoin. So because of Peter Schiff, I learned about Bitcoin. And I always tell Peter, man, I tweet at him some days. I'm like, if you didn't teach me about gold and silver, Peter, I never would have bought Bitcoin. I don't get how you taught me how to buy Bitcoin, Peter. How come you don't like it? I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. Without Peter Schiff, I would never own any Bitcoin. So it makes think he's just contrarian. He's just using it to enter himself into tweets to get his business and prowess so he can get out there. And kudos to him. He's a businessman. He's doing what he has to do. But come on, man. I know you got some Bitcoin, Peter, and not the one that you just got given at a conference, So let's take a look at the 4-hour here. How could he not, man? It looks just like gold, man. Like, how could you not? Doesn't make sense to me. Wow, so the total market cap did get high, though, without too much of a... See, the thing is, we don't want to roll over on the Stokes and not get above resistance, or at least get to here. I'd at least like an M pattern to be made. Give us some relief rally here to the upside. But we are getting pretty high on the stochastics. But we're in a falling wedge, 68% chance of break to the upside. And just like Bitcoin, Sammy cup and handy, right? You saw this just play out on the dollar index. We just showed you this on the dollar index just play out. So, and I'm not, just because something played out on another asset and it looks similar doesn't mean it's happening, but it's something to think about. So Sammy cup and handy pushing to the upside here. 1 hour does want to bend us back. 15-minute wants to push on up. And the S&P looks pretty healthy. So does somewhat Bitcoin. And it's looking like we might get a bit of a move. Maybe that if people were expecting, I think possibly 2%. And we got 1.3. So yeah, it looked bad at first. But I think people are reassessing it, realizing it. And then they're seeing other parts of the market not get hit as bad. And the dust is settling a little quicker than we thought. Okay. 19,500 is a nice area to get above. We must hold it, though. We must hold it. So that's the total market cap. I'd like to see us break back above here to $945 billion off of the support that we're holding right now at about 850 bill. Okay. Says we can get some moves here out of the 15 and the 1 hour, and there's momentum on the 4 hour. No reason why we can't progress. And this pattern gives you a 68% chance of a breakout. And you're holding the bottom of a pattern too. And I like the pattern trade. So there's high probability you will get this breakout to the upside. Again, there's no guarantees. And in an hour and a half, we could be all the way down here dumping and it could be complete chaos. I want you to understand, you must not know what's going to happen to price. You must keep telling yourself, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I'm just trading probabilities. I'm just trading probabilities. I'm just trading probabilities. I'm not using my mind or my emotions or how I feel things are going to happen. Not I think, I feel, I believe. Get rid of those three words. Go watch every YouTuber. You're going to hear them say, I think, I feel, and I believe almost every single day. You're not going to hear me say that. I'm going to see what the chart conveys. What does the chart convey? What does the chart convey? What does the chart convey? And that's the best linguistic way to get around saying I think and I feel. The chart conveys that we're going to the upside. Through my years of watching this oscillator, there's a high probability we will break up because I've seen this oscillator break the price up when it's been down at these levels. Things of that nature. You know, using values on the chart to convey your ideas. All right? Not using I think, I feel, and I believe. Lifers, we don't do that. Years from now, you're going to be at a conference. You're going to be a well-known trader, right? You're going to be sitting on stage, and you're going to be like, the chart conveys. You're not going to be like, I think. And then the next guy's going to come up and be, yeah, we really think Bitcoin's going, and people are going to respect you more. They're going to know who you are, and it's going to change the way they look at you because you're going to talk with proper verbiage, all right, when you speak about markets, and you're not going to look like a fool. And I'm not saying when you say I think and I believe you look like a fool, but I'm just saying you're conveying an idea that you know where price is going. And once you know where price is going, that's when the market maker rug pulls you. Oh, you think it's going down? Oh, okay, let's pump it up on them now. I equated it to this. I equate trading to being in war, okay? When you're in war, do you tell yourself exactly how you're going to die? Am I going to get hit with a bomb? Are they going to come from behind me and get me? Are they going to strangle me? Are they going to stab me? You don't know how you don't know how the enemy's going to take you out. So you wear a helmet in case you get hit from the back. You wear a bulletproof vest in case you get hit from the front, right? You go low in case bullets go over your head, right? You stay with a group in case they try to come behind you and get you. So when you tell yourself you don't know how they could get you, you're more prepared for how they're going to get you. Same thing in trading. Don't tell yourself I think and I feel and I believe, because now you're saying you know how they're going to get you. You don't know how they're going to get you. Stop telling yourself that. You only know what you know, which is nothing but the fact in your own ignorance, okay? And that way you're able to learn more. Beginner's Mind, one of my greatest friends, Wes, I love you, Wes, called me the other day to reach out to me. We haven't talked in a few years. We used to make tracks together and make music together. And he said, beginner's mind, Sam, you got to keep the beginner's mind at all times, right? 850 billion to me is the level that really needs to hold here, okay? We end up breaking below here and bearishly retesting this. You could just collapse to you could break down. I'm open-minded right now. This level needs to hold for and then we need to break above here. And it's all about support and resistance step by step, my friends, step by step, okay? So there's the S&P. Probability is that we will break up, but anything is possible. But the probability is to the upside on the S&P and total. And this is the total market cap. Looks just like the S&P. They should look they should look similar. So with all this going down, we should see a high 4-hour on the tether dominance, right? Wouldn't that make sense? And it is pushing to the downside. It has momentum down. However, it's not really going as low as I'd want it to go. It's interesting. Tether dominance. What is this? This is how many people would rush in and out of tether. So right now, if there's a lot of people rushing into tether, the dominance will go up. If a lot of people rush out of tether, the dominance will go down. We want to know what the tether dominance is every day because we want to see the health of tether. And now, right now, it broke out, but it hit a resistance. And honestly, what we would like is this to be an M pattern, right? And break to the downside, the measured move. So we would love that to be an M. Take a look at our 1-hour time frame. It's getting overbought, trying to curve back down. You have a bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder. You're also in a bit of a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. A broadening wedge should break down. This does want to break to the, you could even say you were there, you broke down, broke back in. Now you're about to break down again. Look for the retest off of this, but at least a breakdown here on the 1 hour. Give a little relief to Bitcoin. 77s every time now. This is 77. I see it all the time lately. And you know what? I never saw it. I never saw it before. I always see 333s and they come. And I don't even see 333s. They come. I buy something, the receipt 333. I do something with someone, it says 333. Yesterday I was with a guy and he was like, dude, my buddy told me to buy Bitcoin and, 8 years ago, at this date. And I was like, really? So I'm with him, and this is a person I never met, and he goes, yeah, and I go, well, it says it was 60 cents, and he's like, and I would have bought 10,000 of them, and I was like, 10,000 divided by 60 cents, right? And, or maybe it was 67, whatever it was, 80 cents. It came out to 333 all around, and I was like, how is that possible, man? It was so weird, Let me see if I can find the article that I looked up, but... Also, we're doing logos. We got a bunch of logos coming in. We're rebranding the channel. We might want to send you guys some logos, see what you guys think in the Discord. I'm going to talk to my team about that today. So look, shoulder, head, and a possible shoulder. A dump to the downside right here. The 1 hour isn't looking too healthy. You know, trying to turn in here on the MACD as well. Says you got a high. And you're at a resistance point too. Previous resistance. So the dollar would have to break above this to remain bullish. And right now it's getting rejected to the downside. So it's somewhat of a good sign. The bigger time frames aren't there for you though. Like the daily says it wants to pump. But it could be, you know what? I'd love to see this make a huge M, man, on the daily chart. That would be our bottom for Bitcoin, and sayonara sucker. You know, we would win this battle. We're going to win it anyway. Over time, the asset they keep printing will never beat the asset that keeps having every 4 years. Like, duh. You know, like, it's pretty obvious to me who's going to win this. But they're going to make it look like we're not going to win for a while. They're going to play games. They are. For whatever reasons. Sorry to soothe you. We're not giving you a Thai massage. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. That music, you know. All right, let's jump in. So we've looked at the Dow. We looked at the S&P. We looked at the dollar. We've looked at the total market cap. We looked at the U.S. Tether dominance. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. And it's 1123. So Bitcoin dominance looks like it's going to pump out of this little flag. Look, shoulder, head, and a possible right shoulder here. If Bitcoin dominance pumps, that means Bitcoin's about to pump too. 4 hour for Bitcoin dominance. Wants to rage, baby. Just like Bitcoin, bit of that cup and handle back to the upside, holding a higher low. Pretty bullish. How about the 1 hour? 1 hour also wants to rage. So watch your alts in their BTC pairs, suggesting that Bitcoin might make a bit of a move here to the upside. So Tether dominance going to lose today. Bitcoin dominance pumping up. Suggests we'll get back above 20K. You see how you, by using these two charts, you get your probability of what Bitcoin may do. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're going over Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance. If you still don't understand this, it may take 4 or 5 shows for you to fully grasp what we're doing, but you'll get it at one point. You will. All right? You will. Okay. We also already gave some altcoin calls too as well. We already busted out a bunch of charts. Like, this has been an amazing show. I'm super excited for the show today. Thank you, so excited, each and every one of you. I'm very appreciative of all the people that are here. 665 concurrents. 666 again. My God, what is going on today? Then it flips to 69. Like, bing. Wow, though. 2,726 views. 17 watch minutes. You guys are awesome. Chat rate at 67. Let's get that chat rate up. Where are y'all calling in from? Where are y'all calling in from today? Where's everybody from? Let me know where you're from. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash was pumping last night. That was so strange. Would have been $3 each Bitcoin, spending 10,000. 333333333. Yeah, see, there you go. Z-Nose. Shout out to Z-Nose, man. You've been around for a long time. We started a trading group together. I love you, brother. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. He was the NFT man. Yo, you were awesome, man. You were getting that VV app. You were doing it amazing. Always here in spirit, Sam. LOL, sometimes my head is other places. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. We love you, brother. And we got Cape Town. We got Dubai. We got the Philippines, Hungary, California, Maryland, Perth, Australia. We got Savannah, Detroit, Groningen, Puerto Vallarta. Oh, that's beautiful. Seattle, lovely Singapore, Detroit. Love you, my bro. South Africa. Redman with the big heart. Love that. Austria, Oklahoma City, Western Mass. Word. Austria, London, Singapore, Canada, NYC, baby. India, South Beach, City, Atlantis, Jamaica, Texas, Ireland, Colombia, Berlin, Vermont, Cali, Atlanta, Puerto Rico, Pennsylvania, Austin, Texas, Chelsea, Mass. Shout out to Chelsea by the Sea. Found you on BitBoy. Shout out to my man Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Canada. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Netherlands, why this Voyage you're taking 400% in a day? Because Voyage is insolvent, my dude. Australia, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Alabama. I never put my money in any of those funds, man, because I wanted my own Bitcoin. Let's actually talk about that in a second. We're going to make an extraction for that for social media. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Here from BitBoy, another awesome person. Thank you so much for coming on in. Mexico, Boston born, baby. Love you. Washington, D.C., Alabama. Addy, what does this guy say here? Adiza, baby. Kenosha, baby. I like the name. Kenosha just sounds cool. I'm from Kenosha, boy. We're not them. They can't be us. Nope. Never that. Shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Portugal, Santa Cruz, San Diego. Yeah, you people are awesome. CC, Ireland, I love you. Pretty sure that's Owen, right? Phoenix, Tucson, Arizona. Has the world even agreed whether it's soccer or football? I know, right? Shout out to the beginners class yesterday. The power, I mean, it's football, dude. You kick it with your foot, dude. And look, I told you the 77s are here every day. Look, the views, 27777. I've been seeing the 77s. I don't know what's going on, but they've just been showing up a lot. It's like, do you hit another frequency in life and you get to the next number? So I hit 333s and then you hit a new frequency and you start seeing another one? Pretty awesome, though. So we gave you the world markets in a nutshell. I don't know what else we could do. Now we're going to jump into the altcoins and have some fun. We've earned the right to have fun. You get it? We've earned the right now. Like, now we can trade alts because we can figure out where the world markets is. Now when we open up our trades or we don't open up our trades, there's an idea behind us, right? And look, I'm still looking at this index. Still got my eyes on this thing. Didn't pop yet, but, you know. Still watching this one, too. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash out of nowhere just got this move. So weird. Ranker was on the radar. Got a little bit of a push up. EPX was on my radar last night. Still on my radar a little bit, but it's getting high on the 15. And let's look at our 1 hour. 1 hour's ready to go, though, on a lot of these coins. That's kind of a cup and handle, too. See, when I was younger, I didn't see this. When I was a young trader, I didn't see this like that. I never saw this type of stuff. It took years for my brain to form and to change and to be able to see these things for exactly what they are. But, I mean, that's about to blast, right? Just wait for the 15-minute to set. So I set alert to the 15. Once that comes down, and we're going to bounce probably. So two things are going to happen. You get advantageous and bounce out. Bounce off this when the 15-minute resets. Or you're going to come back down here and do a double bottom, hopefully, or a lower low, but still make bullish divergence and get. So what you're looking for is bullish divergence. Come down like this. This go lower. Swing down to swing down with a swing up to swing up. So you're projecting divergence now. That's what I wanted you to get. That's where I want to take you. When you start projecting divergences, you're on another level. That means you've seen so many in your life, you're able to preconceive it before it's even there. And you know that how it works in conjunction with the stochastics. Whenever it hits, the stochastics are low. Dude, my trading style will blow your mind because it's preemptive. It's about seeing things before they happen, watching them come into the plan. And then if they come into plan, you take that. So this is something I'm going to be looking to trade later today, me personally. I really like this. I like what the 1 hour is doing. I don't like the 4 hours doing. That's crap. That's whack. 4 hour kind of ruined my day right there. 1 hour's looking good. So if I trade it, it will be high risk. And I will only go to try to get to the top of this area. I won't probably maybe go all the way. But I'm looking for a bounce to the low here. That will create a double bottom. Bottom there. Beautiful double bottom. And then I'm going to play the double bottom. Cup and handle falling wedge to the upside. All right. So I get an alert on the 15-minute. And I'm going to trade the 1 hour. If that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I don't know what to say. Now, if you're in my trading group, all right, I don't give you signals. I don't tell you what to buy or sell ever, and I never will. But I will show you that I'm going to set an alert on this right now. So I'm going to be like, I'm putting an alert here on EPX. And I made an alert section just for this. So you could go to just this area and you get hit with the alerts. And the alert is to alert me when the 15-minute resets to be oversold, which takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending. Sometimes more or less, but depending about that area. So now I'm showing you, I'm setting alerts on EPX coming down into there, right? So this is the type of stuff that, look, they got a bunch of alerts earlier today that I posted. See? And so that's kind of another awesome thing. Wow, Burger moving. Burger's interesting for me right now. It barely moved despite what happened to Bitcoin. Strong coin. So when you see that, it almost makes you feel like you have to play it because you're like, if everything else tanked but this didn't, then this is probably going to pump, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we got 54% gains out of Burger. We cover more coins than any other stream on YouTube. I've never seen it. And we have a timestamp guy banging on him. Sean is doing an amazing job. He doesn't miss a day of work. 7 days a week, my team is there. He built this. He made this at the last second. You're so awesome, Sean, man. Like, I love you, brother. Thank you for everything. But if you go like yesterday's live and you take a look at it, look at the timestamps that he did. This is his hard work, man. He doesn't miss a day. He's always there. Today's going to have a lot more. Thank you, Sean. From the bottom of my heart to you and your family. God bless you and yours, Sean. Love you, kiddo. So check it out. Have a great day, Jess. I love you. So look at this falling wedge here. And look, that's a cup and handle. I know I'm just like, look, but there's a little, You're getting oversold. You're about to pop and go up a little more here. And the 1 hour is just crawling us out of the hole. You see? We did make the M, but the M got denied. Like, you could say the action, no, M hit the measured move. Basically, look at this. Look how beautiful this stuff plays out. Let me get rid of this stuff for you because I know it's hard to see. But that's an M. You draw your neckline right here. It's a slanted M, though. That's your neckline. You draw your head to the neckline. And then you swing that where you come out. And, I mean, pretty much the measured move, the M fell to the downside. And now you got oversold and you're ready to make another move back to the upside. Now, I am on the 1 minute, but I'm showing you a lot of different things today. What I don't like is the 19,500. We got to stay above that. And look, you have heavy resistance right here. Resistance, 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 resistance. So 19,580, 19,006 needs to hold if we want to be bullish today. All right. Oh, that's nasty there. But it is hitting the measured move of the M pattern where a lot of people put liquidity, so they're going to go grab it. And that brings you back to BOOKMAP, and you see how the cycle continues. It's a constant cycle, and that's why you're setting alerts to the 15, waiting for this to come around. It's not as easy as you think it is. It's a constant, it's a job, baby. I'm going to teach you your way. Look, they're liquidating the longs now. These are all long people who try to get in right here and put stop losses and got nailed. They thought this was a nice pump. They don't know how to trade. They're all getting liquidated. These are all emails, 39,000, 61,000, 14K, 15K, 8,000. That's exactly how much money is getting liquidated off the exchange as we speak. And if you zoom in, it'll conglomerate it together. See, like 61,000 people get, of money getting liquidated off the exchange. It's insanity. All right. And so there you have it. And we're sliding down now. We are about to hit the measured move of the M. And we showed you this, right? There was a chance it could break out, but I said if you can't get above this resistance, you're going to make an M and you're going to dump. We predicted this before it even happened. Bang. There it is. So the 1 minute will teach you how to become an amazing pattern trader. It will. I'll tell you that. I don't like to hang on it too much, but when the price action is iffy, look how much we were learning from the 1 minute now. At the end of the day, we created support at 19,250, but I'd like to get a bounce back up to the upside now. 1 minute suggests that we will. All right. Okay. I feel like we did an amazing job today on the show. Let's jump in. Are there any super chats? Anything that I could dive into? Anything that I missed? Let's jump into the super chats right now. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that. Just didn't want to be rude with an attitude, Didn't want to be rude with an attitude. And now we're back. Back like Cook. So can BEPRO make it out of this inverted head and shoulder and break to the upside? There's a chance. There's a chance. Again, are you going to sandwich .finance every single morning? It's a hard job. It's not an easy job. And are you downloading the newest USDT Tether list? The newest BTC market list for whatever exchange you are mainly on? Because if you do that, then you're going to have the most up-to-date list. And it's going to help you. Burger, very bullish to me. Extremely bullish. Like screaming bull. You do whatever you want, but Burger is screaming bull. All right. I mean, look at today. Everything danked, but this thing is just like sitting pretty. It's pretty strange, no? Telling you what, man, if it's out there, we're going to find it. We're going to find it because we don't take a day off. And we're never sad. We're always happy because there's always an opportunity in life because God has blessed me. And I'm going to feel this way till the day I die, every single day of my life. I'm never going to regress again. I'm never going to wake up and have a reason to feel bad about my life or to feel upset. You just got to wake up and be like, I got my legs, I got my arms, I got my. And whatever you learned today that made you feel maybe angst or hurt, just say that was I got to feel that for a second. I got to take it in. Like if you said something you didn't mean to your brother or sister and then you're like, man, I really Call them, apologize, then tell yourself. I didn't say anything mean today. I'm just thinking some things that do happen. And then you're like, you know what? I got to learn from that pain that I feel for saying the wrong thing and move on, you know, and move on. So that's just something on the radar, right? To think about. It's always something on the radar. Okay, let's jump into the chat. What do we got in the chat today? Hello, Sam. You see the super chat for ETH? No, I don't. Super chat's ETH, 5-minute. Firo on the pumpage. I have a question, Lifer. Since altcoins have held up relatively well with Bitcoin drop and all the bad news recently, do you think when Bitcoin rises again pretty fast, alts will pump harder? I mean, that's a good assumption. I don't think anything, though. I'll look at the charts. I have a question, Lifer. Since altcoins have... All right, we answered that. Yeah. You asked it twice, huh? Okay. Maybe not. Can you look at Matic? Super chats, please. ETH on the 5-minute. All good, East. Your super chat support is appreciated. I like Irish people. They're cool, man. Shout out to Subculture. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I think we're good now. Let's take a look at ETH on the 5-minute. But this is looking very bullish. Like, more bullish than I've ever seen. Like, that's crazy. And I was looking at it last night before, and then Bitcoin dumps and it just hangs out. 4 hours ready to rock. It's going up parabolically. It's like they got something brewing in the NFT space and nobody knows. You know, I used to be on Burger Swap all day long. We loved Burger. We were one of the first people to play Burger. We got in on the BNB pair and we rode Burger out. We found Burger before anybody else even knew what it was. We got lucky, man. We found some things. We were into BSC when nobody else was. We got into decentralized finance here on this channel super early. We found SafeMoon when it was 0009. I 100x'd it. We found Shiba Inu before anybody else. This channel has done like legacy things. It really has. Like, and it's not just me. It's the people that came to the channel. Like, they showed up and they were like, yo, look at this coin. Look at that coin. It was the family. It was all of us. I'm not saying, oh, look at me and all my calls. No, it's the lifers. It's the fact that I showed up every day. People respected that. Then they started showing up every day. Then we formed a community. Then we started to grow. And then we knew about all the coins before everybody else because we were just that strong, that connected. Our frequencies were so aligned. We were like a quilt. And we just couldn't be taken down. And I believe we're going to run right through the next run again. And that's why what keeps us hard and what keeps us strong. You know? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. I'm going to take a look at ETH of the 5-minute. Then I'm probably going to jump on out of here 11:40 p.m. Let's look at ETH USDT here on KuCoin. And you want the 5-minute. Let me take a look at ETH. I haven't even looked at its trend here. Wow, so ETH made a lower low. Bitcoin did not. Isn't that weird? So Bitcoin held a higher low. ETH did not. So look, if you want to juxtapose these two charts, it's important. So that kind of spells trouble for ETH. More trouble for ETH than you would think. We take a look at like the Coinbase chart on the daily. And you can see clearly they're both in the same M pattern. Actually, let's look at a nice clean chart. We'll look at the FTX chart. I haven't touched that in a while. So look, they're in the same pattern. ETH and Bitcoin. What's the difference? The trend is not the same. See, Bitcoin here made a higher low. Barely, but it did. See that? ETH made a lower low. Strange, right? Made a higher low than this, but not on the middle section. Now, the wicks went lower, fine. But I'm talking about candle closings. So now you got a different scenario for ETH than Bitcoin. You're retesting this zone. And if you can't get above it, you're headed lower. So ETH must recapture, in my humble opinion, 1,100 to remain bullish. It's funny how much we don't go over ETH on this channel. I love ETH. It was my first coin. I bought it at $89. I knew about it when it was $9. You know? It just disappointed me in many ways. It was supposed to hit 10 grand on the last bull run, and because it didn't, I've written it off. I've been like, I don't want to look at you anymore, ETH. You're disgusting, you know? But, you know, I still love it. I believe it'll outperform Bitcoin in the long run. But I I feel better when I close my eyes and I picture holding a bunch of Bitcoins. I see this bright light shine. It's all happy. When I picture holding a bunch of ETH, I just don't get the same feeling. And I don't know if that's my instincts, my beliefs, or what it is. Call me a Bitcoin maxi if you want. I'm not 100% a maxi. I hold XRP and other things, but I hold way more Bitcoin than ETH, I'll tell you that. My goal is to hold 100 Bitcoin, not 100 ETH. So it is what it is. Once I get 100 Bitcoin, maybe I'll go for 100 ETH. You know what I'm saying? It'll be what it is. All right, now let's answer some trading questions. Who here has a trading question, like an issue bothering you, something you need to get figured out? Let's just talk. Let's talk. We have a few minutes here. If ETH hits 200, I will buy 50 of them. I mean, why not? I'm with you on ETH, Sam. There you go. Billy Bob 369. I don't think so either. But if it does, my life will see an upgrade. I sold all my ETH to buy BBQ NFA. Bison 9. If it goes to 200, it goes to 40. Yeah. What's the deal with Quant? Okay. Let's take a look at Quant. Oh, yeah. Remember Ben was talking about Quant yesterday? Possibly shorting Quant. And remember the alerts. And remember, in my group, we got alerts and ideas that I'm putting out. Setups and alerts. Make sure you're going through both. Hey, mate, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin Pi cycle bottom flashing? Are you really asking me that, Stone One? Come on, man. Stone One, dude, you've been living under a rock, dude, right? First of all, you've been on the channel. It's been a long time since I saw your name. I love you, though. You're a good dude. You've been supporting me since I had about 500 or 400. So I don't know. You've been around a long time. But, dude, I was on around the block. I was around BitBoy's channel on the Day Show yesterday, and I was showing the Pi cycle. I also showed it on this channel numerous times. Like, you haven't been paying attention. You know what it is? It's July. People are outside hanging out. I can't expect people to be watching YouTube all day long. You know what I'm saying? Can you look at Storage, please? He must be new. No, he's an oldie, bro. Scar Sizzle, Stone One has been here for a long time. We love this stream. What's your opinion on the Ichimoku? I think it's a good indicator. Whatever indicator works for you, got to use it a lot, though. Quant, Uni, and Matic all have their own little bull runs. 30 weekly and 4 hours says push up. Then, yeah, the market, yeah, and then Fed market meetings. I agree. Limited offer, beginner's course plus 3 months of trading view, $350. Yeah, it's $350 for the course and for 3 months of my Discord, man. Jump on in there. It'll be awesome. All right. Jump on in there. Yeah, email cryptolifers@gmail to get access and pay your cryptocurrency. My bad, bro. I only watch 2 hours of YouTube per day, and that's normally your stream. No worries, man. I love you, dude. What are your biggest problems as a beginner? Focus, man. Focusing on 1 or 2 trades at a time. I had 8 trades all over the place. Sometimes I forget I was in a trade. I'd open 3 or 4 trades, and then a trade would, you know. Can you look at Jupiter? Guys, send in a super chat if you want me to look at a coin. It's just the right way to, it's just a proper way to do it. All right. It's just how because it's fun for me to see the colors, number one. And it can be at $199. I'm not asking you to throw thousands of dollars at me. It's just how the channel works. All right. We have a lot of new people here. I guess we've kind of switched guards. But, you know, normally we're getting super chats flying out throughout the live. Taking profits is hard for me. What should I do? You got to have a goal in mind for what you want to do with the money. That's what I figured out. You got to have something outside of crypto. So you have to, like, for me, it's this house in Florida that I keep dreaming about. I want to own this beautiful home in Florida. I'll show it to you. You want to see it? It's right here. I'm going to buy this house. It's 10.9 mil. It's been going down in value recently because of, you know, I love this home. I think it's absolutely beautiful. We should look at it together. But it's such a beautiful home. And, like, it's where I would like to live. It's where I see myself living. I actually want to go to an open house there in the next 5 or 6 months if it's still on, and I want to touch it, taste it. You know, I want to be there. I want to be there. So if you go to Sarasota here on Zillow, right, and we zoom into St. Armand's Circle, which is this beautiful circle here, which everybody loves. I absolutely love it. And there's this beautiful mansion. Is it off the market? Don't tell me you're gone. Where are you, baby? Where's my baby? She's on Washington Street. Did someone buy you? I hope no one bought my baby yet. But this is what I used to do, honestly, at work. I would look at multi-million-dollar homes that I would eventually want to move into. And I'd be like, that's what I'm going to do, you know? That's where I want to live. Can we do Kadena, please? Yeah. With today's price action, I think we don't go lower than 18K anymore. Last CPI report was bad. Bitcoin dropped 40%. Sam, see if there's an open house near New Year's Eve. Is that, you guys are funny. Is that epic? You guys are stupid, man. The hurricane fodder, bro. That's hurricane fodder, bro. I don't care, man. I'll get so much insurance on it. I'll let the freaking, once you get loaded, bro, you don't care. You'll let them take it down. Did it go down to 7 million? No. It's on Washington Place. I think it's one of these. It's overlooking the bay. It looks out onto the bay. Pretty sure it's right there. It was 10 mil though. 11 mil. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Oh no, it's one of them. I think it's right next door. They want 17 mil? Pfft. They bugging. Wow, look at these homes though. There used to be more pictures. I don't know why you don't get all the pictures now. Anyway, I like looking at fancy homes that I know I'm going to move into one day. I guarantee it. And you know, my idea is this. I sat at my desk and I dreamed of a logo. We now have 30,000 subs. We got onto BitBoy. People see what's going down. So why can't we end up in that house together? Like, why can't we end up in this house? Why? To me, there's just no reason why we can't do whatever we dream of. If I'm living in my dreams now, then why can't I live in my dreams in the next 4 years? So I just don't see how it's not. To me, it's just there's no way it's not possible. Like it's the only thing that's going to happen. It's the only outcome that will exist. There's no other outcome. That's the only outcome. I don't see another outcome. There is no other outcome. You get it? There's no other outcome for that. So that's how I look at it. That's how I truly look at it. That it has to be. There's just no other way it's going to go down. I'm going to work till I'm in that home and I'm going to have awesome meetings and we're going to invite everyone over and we're going to have a blast. And it's going to be like the cryptolifer home. And people are going to know it, you know? And it's going to be fun and exciting, right? So, sorry about that. I went on a little bit of a life dream tangent. But I'm telling you, man, put your mind to it and it shall be so. I'm 39 years old. SuperChats, KMD, Kadena, and Jupiter. I made up my mind to make $10 billion in my lifetime. I made up my mind like a couple weeks ago. I'm going for 10 bill. And maybe I'm shooting myself too short. You know, that's my only worry is that I'm shooting myself too low. I know it's crazy, but I believe it. I believe it. Wow, Komodo did damage today. Wish we had seen that. I guess I had drawn it here. Dude, look, I gave Komodo. Look at this. I drew a Fibonacci on it. Dude, look at this. Had you been in my trading group, KMD. I never even took credit for this. Let's take a look at KMD. When did I post this? Look at this. Dude, if you're in my trading group, now I did go lower, but I still put on the radar. Looking very tight as well, respecting the 706 fib. On the 6th of July, I put this out. It would only go up a little bit from that play. You know, 14%, nice little gain. Come back down, but then it would just go on a tear. Komodo. Why is it doing this? What is the reason for Komodo to be on this tear? Interesting. Actually looks bullish right now, about to break out of a flag. Thank you for giving us. That looks like Komodo's going to give you some gains. 4 hours got legs. I mean, that's 30% possibly coming out of Komodo. I look at the 5 for a flag. See? I use, and then I wait for the flag to hit the 21. You get it? And then that's the cup and handle. And I never chase. I never chase anymore. Now that I created my alert projection system, I never have to chase. I wait for the flag to tell me when to get in and the 21 to touch price action. It's so beautiful. Once you do this with the lifers, you're going to be on point with the lifers. There's some bearish divergence there. It's high risk if you take this trade. I will give you that. But, and the 5 minute, so you're looking for the 5 minute to scalp the 15. And this is high, this is advanced, in my humble opinion. Like a beginner may not be picking up on this immediately, but this is high end, you know. All right, let's get back into the chat here. What's going on in the chat, easy? Komodo and KDA and Jupe. Let's look at Kadena. Thank you so much for the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. Much respect to you and yours. That's in a flag on the 5. Someone's like listening to me. I love that. You listen to my style, then you guys give me my style back to me. It's pretty awesome. Smart move, right? Let's delete everything and look at the daily. So Kadena back at 159. Now this is a coin I believe, once we bought them, will be a great DCA. Long term, like let's get it to bowl out. Then it will eventually form its cup and handle, and then it will do damage, and it will start to break on out. I've seen this many times, so this is something I think I would begin to DCA into Kadena now with this fear of today and the CPI data. Good time to use that fear to DCA, or wait for this one more reset on the daily too on Bitcoin, right? See like what it wants to do, but this is following suit here. You know, and you want to usually get like 6 to 7 times to buy the bottom of the thing in a 4 or 5 month, and then it's gone. I've seen this before, just like here. It did the same thing here. It pumped something crazy. Sorry. It pumped something crazy. Then it formed its bowl here, and as it formed the bowl, right? You dollar cost average into the bowl. I've done it on like 15 different assets in my life when it comes low, and I put big money into the bowl, and then just took the game by storm. Usually takes 6 to 7 months for my trades to play out when I do this, and then bang, and you usually 10 to 20x at the very least every time. So I did it with EGLD, Phantom, Cardano, Cake. There's more. Safe Moon and Shiba were just quick ones. I didn't really DCA into them, you know. Shout out to the 636 likes. That's unbelievable. You people are amazing. 3,000 views on the day. Are you kidding me? Now, YouTube doesn't give me the views immediately. For some reason, it takes them like an hour to compute them. But we have 3,000 views right now, everybody. I appreciate that. We're back in the Life or Time massage parlor. I know, right? So that's Kadena. That's what I'm looking at for Kadena. Daily is a little overbought. What do we see right now? Is there some action right now? 1 hour needs to come on down. 4 hours indecisive. Yeah, resistance. Seem to be forming this resistance here with the 200 day. And I'm not saying this bull is perfect. Maybe it's something like that. And, you know, we don't know exactly how the bull is going to be. Could be a bottom for Kadena. Technically, like that, I believe, yeah, 140. I mean, this thing went to 27. So kind of a double bottom here. Let's take a look at Jupe. And that was more of like an idea. Like we kind of looked at that in the bigger picture. Jupe's something we'll probably just trying to trade on the quick. So look, we talked about Jupe breaking out right here. We called this move. We nailed it. 81% gains. I put this out to my whole crew. Look, I'll show you how we put it out. We do it every single day. So there's no BS here. This is all we do. So if this is all we do, we better show you gains all the time because this is all I do for a living. If I can't show you gains every day, then what am I doing, right? I'm obviously not doing something. So look at this. Possibly 159, we said, but it got to the top of the channel. But this is when we first put it out, and you can see it's timestamped and everything, 7:05, and you can click it again and then see the real post. And that was on July 5th that we posted this. Now we take a look at what happened to Jupe. I would have sworn I had it up already. Okay, and look, that was that point. No stop loss got hit in the making of that trade. That was the exact bottom that I put out, and then it was gone. All right. 81. Now it's kind of doing its thing inside the zone, and it's about to do the same thing again. Look, highly likely this is going to make gains again. So look, I'll delete all my old work. I like to just like freshen up, you know. It's like jumping in the shower, you know. And look there, now you get the clean pattern. The ascending triangle, kind of bilateral. 4 hours bullish. So even if you just pattern traded this, that's all, you know. Bit of a cup and handle with a slight longer handle than it should be. Measured move would take you up. I like juke for gains on the 4-hour right now. I do. And this coin's been doing its own thing regardless. Remember, irregardless is not a word. Look, this is a bit of a double bottom too, is it not? So now we're starting to see the picture. Measured move up here. So just get ready, man. Double bottoms are best made with this tool here, the curve tool. And just curve your one. Nice and neat. All right, move that a little more. And then curve your next one. And it just gives it like a nice complete little feel, you know, for your move. Makes it look nice. Now, we take a look at our 1 hour. It is pushing to the upside. We take a look at our 15-minute. It's not where we needed to be. However, I've seen momentum come out of that. So one or two things are happening. You're coming to the bottom of the pattern, or you're breaking out and retesting. I like this call for juke on the 15 and on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, looking very scrumptious. Waiting for the confirmation on the 15 for entry. If you don't know what I'm saying, join the trading group, get educated, start understanding what the Fibonacci, what the stochastics RSI is, and start getting down to brass tacks with me and the group. All right. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the day where you live with me and you become an opportunist. Today's the day where you start looking at $10 million homes and you start telling yourself you're going to be in one, because you're going to join the group with me. You're going to learn how to invest. You're going to learn so much. I'm not going to teach you how to invest your money, but you're going to learn how to do it on your own through educating yourself. You're going to learn how to use the charts to not use your emotions. You're going to be around like-minded, positive people, and you're going to change your life if you stick with me every day, because I changed my life, so I know I could change yours if you hang out. It's that simple. When you want to change your life drastically, hang out with people that change their life drastically. I did it here. You can see it on the YouTube channel. I'll do it. We could do it together. Join the trading group. Link is in the description below. It'll blow your mind. You'll get access to the more charts that I'm probably going to put out later on today, and all the other insights and updates that I give throughout the day. So stay tuned for more. We're not done yet. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. We're going to look at Bitcoin one more time, and then we're going to jump out of here for the day at 11:59. Okay. Struggling, but nice finding a now it's look, it double bottom here. It found some support. It's a good sign. It must stay in that support zone. All right. I'm going to give this some time to cook, and then I'm going to give a Bitcoin update at about 1 p.m. So look out for that, everybody. I'm going to go rest my eyes, meditate for a second, get out into nature, reset my mind, drink my lemon water, and get ready for a beautiful day. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live, calling yourself cryptolifers, and being part of the live stream. You know, if you came here and you got education, please hit the like button. We got 657 people that got an education. Super excited for that. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the super chats. Everyone, without you, I got nothing. I don't have a channel. I don't get to grow. I don't end up on BitBoy, and all my dreams don't come true. So you helped me achieve my dreams. I will never forget that. I will always be indebted. I will show up every day, and I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Crypto is life.